Welcome back to another Professional Picks college basketball video. I got my Elite Eight picks for you guys today. Please, as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you're enjoying the videos. Been on a roll so far. In our last video, we missed the Michigan State pick. I feel like I do owe an apology to Marquise Noel. Mentioned wasn't the most efficient shooter, shot under 50% on the game, but broke the tournament record for assists and just single-handedly beat Michigan State. I feel like Tom Izzo could have played it better, but that one's in the past. That was our one loss. We did end up hitting on Creighton minus 10.5. That was a Twitter play yesterday, but we also hit on UConn minus 3.5 and then Gonzaga plus 2.5 from the same video. So we're now up to 15.05 units on the season. That brings us to our Elite Eight picks. We're skipping the Kansas State game. I feel too biased. Not an official play, but I feel like the world's on K-State. Got to go FAU money line on that one. Not counting towards the tracker. Here's our first official pick. Looking at UConn minus 2.5 as the lower seed against Gonzaga. Timmy dropping 38 and 13. Christian Laettner type game, just willing them past UCLA. And UConn just blew out Arkansas. I think a lot of that has to go into this spread here. America is with us on this one. We're going to go with UConn minus 2.5. I just think UConn's interior defense is far superior to what UCLA brought to the table. Jordan Hawkins also going to be the best shooter on the court. Got a lot of options there on the UConn side where I don't need my best guy or my two best players to play out of their mind. You have several guys who could pick up the slack in scoring or on the defensive end. Just really like their balanced team. Also, I just think UConn matches up very well on the defensive end in this game. I genuinely think Andre Jackson is going to shut down Julian Strawther. Strawther's a good player, potential lottery pick or potential NBA draft pick, but I do think he plays a little bit soft, doesn't really use his size too well at 6'7". Is a good shooter, obviously hit the big shots to keep him alive. But I just think Andre Jackson's going to bring it to him. He's going to hold him down in the scoring end. And in the same note, I also think UConn has great paint protection between Alex Caravan, Adalma Sanogo, and then Donovan Clingan, even the freshman off the bench. Shot plenty enough there in that trio to slow Timmy down. It's not going to have 38 points again. He might drop 20, but it's going to be on a lot of usage. UConn's going to put a lot of bodies at him, and he's not just going to be able to dance around there on the block. They're going to force Gonzaga to hit threes. I didn't see much of anyone too confident to take a shot on Gonzaga other than Malachi Smith. Going to make Rasir Bolton beat us in this one. I feel confident taking UConn minus 2.5. In that situation, looking through UConn over the course of the year, it's tough guards that beat them. Teams such as Marquette has had their number, and then Creighton, just a lot of shooters. I don't think Gonzaga fits that formula. Yes, they do have shooters, but we saw how important Timmy is when they get in these prime time big matchups. I don't think Rasir Bolton's going to step up. I think UConn has enough perimeter defenders to guard the paint well enough, and Gonzaga just hasn't proved it to me. In the three-point shooting, UConn minus 2.5 to play. Moving on, we got Creighton, number 6 versus the 5 seed. Upset about the Bama loss. That officially busted my bracket, but no bias going into this play. SDSU looked the part of a great defense, just dismantling Bama. But when you're looking at pure talent, 1 through 5, I do think San Diego State has the bench depth here, but they play at a slow pace. They're not going to try to run Creighton out of the gym. Creighton plays within themselves. They don't play too fast, but they keep it moving just within the flow of the offense. Open shot, they're going to take it. I haven't seen Creighton slow down, get tired on themselves. So looking at pure talent 1 through 5, I think the Blue Jays are head and shoulders above. I think pretty much everybody in their starting lineup. Just missing Kalkbrenner. He's a better shooter, better handler, and just can make a shot for themselves. Brandon Miller set a tournament record for the worst field goal percentage on like 25 attempts since 1987. Shot 3 of 19. Yes, give San Diego State their credit, defended him very well, but he just looked disconnected from the game. Honestly, if he wasn't top 5 pick, coach would have pulled him before that got out of hand. That was kind of ridiculous. A lot of things I think Bama messed up on. That was more so their mistake rather than San Diego State. My biggest key takeaway from this game is San Diego State did not prove to me that they could score the basketball. I know Bama has a great defense, but Creighton's got a good defense as well. Um, Looking at San Diego State, they haven't scored over 75 points in the month of March. Creighton has scored over 75 points in 6 of their last 7. Creighton's going to hit shots. It's only a matter of time. Yes, you can defend them well, but they're going to hit contested shots and they're going to battle it out. They're not going to shoot the 33% from the field that Alabama did, quite frankly. Creighton's just going to put too many points up for San Diego State in this one. Not going to get too pretty with it. Creighton minus 1.5 is the play there. And then rounding us out, got number 5, Miami going up against number 2, Texas. Big thing here. Didn't seem to be too big of a factor in Texas, just manhandling Xavier from start to finish. But Dylan Disu did go down early. Going to be a game time decision. And just with how the tournament's set up, where you play these Elite Eight games right after the Sweet 16, that's going to be tough on Texas. You got a guy who just missed basically the whole game. You got to expect him to come back and play in the Elite Eight against a high-powered offense the very next day. Whether he does play or not, I'm still going to be on Miami plus 3.5 in this one. I think that's a lot of points to give to a team that looks as good as they have on the offensive end. Pretty much proven that they're going to be able to score, whether it's Nigel Pack, Isaiah Wong. Those are 2 guys who have averaged in the teens in scoring each of the last 3 years. It's a very tough backcourt. And looking at Texas, when did they struggle this tournament? They were down under 5 minutes left to Penn State. And the way I view this is Miami's literally Penn State, but on steroids. You got a bunch of guards, a bunch of perimeter shooters, and that was a big problem for Texas in that game. Additionally, a lot of Texas offense comes from Marcus Carr, Tyrese Hunter. Miami's got the guards to match up with those guys. Yes, Miami hasn't been great on the defensive end. That's something that worries me. But from what I've seen this tournament, they've really put a focused effort onto defending. But looking, like I mentioned, that Penn State game where Texas struggled, they did pull it out down the stretch. But guess what? Against that smaller team, Dylan Disu saved them. He had a career-high 28 points. Without his performance, they would have been knocked out in the second round of Penn State. Disu's a game-time decision in this one, playing against a team of similar makeup. I think Miami can win this one outright. Take a great value at plus 3.5. I know if you look over the course of the season, Texas more balanced, played solid basketball, been more consistent, but this hot Miami run isn't a mistake. They got upperclassmen, guys with experience, with tournament experience, and enough scoring to keep themselves in any game. Miami plus 3.5 is the pick there. And as always, we have our partnership with Prize Picks. See there on the left, they'll match your first deposit up to $100 using the promo code PROPICKS. It's a daily fantasy app, so you can use it in betting, illegal states. But that brings us to the end of our video. Let me know what you're taking in the comments, and I wish everybody good luck this week. Thank you all for watching.